thumbs and design lovers. Welcome back to Garden Decor Designs, your ultimate destination for creating the outdoor space of your dreams. Before we start, we want to ask your support to make this channel grow with subscribe to this channel, leave comment, hit the like button or share this video to your friends and family. Have you ever walked through a garden and been hit by a wave of an incredible, refreshing scent, only to look around and realize there isn't a single flower in bloom? It feels like magic, but the secret actually lies right beneath our noses, in the foliage. Most people focus entirely on bright blossoms when they want a scented backyard, completely overlooking the real powerhouse of year-round fragrance, aromatic leaves. Today, we are unlocking the ultimate garden design hack by exploring the absolute best fragrant leaf plant ideas that will transform your garden from a basic green space into a luxurious, sensory sanctuary. When we talk about fragrant leaf plants, we are referring to specific varieties of flora, whose leaves contain concentrated essential oils within their cell structures. Unlike traditional flowering plants that only release scents during brief blooming windows, these plants hold their aroma right in their foliage, ready to be unleashed whenever the leaves are brushed against, crushed, or warmed by the afternoon sun. Choosing plants for their aromatic leaves rather than their flowers is a game changer for garden longevity and low-maintenance luxury. Flowers are beautiful, but they are fleeting, often leaving you with unscented green stems for most of the year. Aromatic foliage, on the other hand, provides a reliable, structural, and consistent fragrance profile through multiple seasons, ensuring your outdoor living areas smell incredible month after month while pulling double duty as beautiful design elements. Growing plants with scented leaves to complement the sweet-smelling flowers of your garden maximizes the satisfaction you derive from your yard. Occasionally, the same plant provides both scented leaves and blossoms. Additionally, plants with strong smells tend to repel deer, thereby cutting down on your need for pest control. Here are 15 great plants with fragrant leaves. One, bayberry. Bayberry is a deciduous bush, 5 to 10 feet tall and wide, native to North America. It's dioecious. Only male or female flowers appear on each plant. While the flowers are insignificant on both sexes, here's why you may want to try to have some of both. If a male is present for pollination, then a nearby female will produce berries. Bayberry is best known for the berries, which are used to make candles. But it's worth growing in a fragrance garden even without berries, because of its scented leaves. Bayberry isn't a fussy plant to grow as long as you give it full sun and well-drained soil. It's drought tolerant and doesn't need much fertilizer because it's a nitrogen fixer. But the shrubs do spread by root suckering, so remove these if you don't want them invading nearby garden areas. 2. Bee balm. Most people grow bee balm as a perennial for its attractive flowers, but it also releases a citrusy fragrance when leaves are crushed. The balm in the name provides a clue for why some people categorize it as an herb. There are different species and they don't all have the same requirements. Monarda didyma is moisture-loving and needs damp soil. Consequently, depending on your climate, plan on providing it with 1 inch of water weekly. Never let its soil dry out entirely. By contrast, Monarda fistula is more tolerant of dry conditions. 3. Bluebeard. Bluebeard grows 2 to 3 feet tall with a similar width. While some cultivars bear pink or purple flowers, it's best known for producing blue flowers. Bloom time is late summer through early fall, when most other shrubs have finished blooming. So Bluebeard is useful in extending the season for garden color. The exact shade of its blue flowers varies from cultivar to cultivar, but what remains constant is the minty smell of its scented leaves. Don't worry if the stems die back to ground level over winter, if you're growing it in the northern part of its hardiness range. Bluebeard is often classified as a subshrub for precisely this reason. If your bluebeard doesn't suffer from winter dieback, it will flower best if you cut it back by half in early spring. Otherwise, this drought-tolerant plant isn't fussy to grow, as long as you give it full sun and good drainage. 4. Catmint. Plants with mint in their names have some of the most strongly scented leaves, and catmint is a longtime favorite because its fragrant foliage is supplemented by attractive flowers. There are different species and cultivars, and their height varies. Consequently, how they're used differs. Nepeta exfosceni 6 Hills giant is relatively tall, about 25 to 35 inches, and works well as a small hedge. Nepeta racemosa little titch is smaller, about 8 to 10 inches, and works better as a ground cover. Catmint isn't fussy to grow. Just give this drought-tolerant perennial good drainage and sufficient sun. Most of its maintenance comes in the form of cutting. In spring, prune off dead branches left over from last season. Then shear back the bigger varieties after the initial bloom to promote reblooming. Thereafter, deadhead the flowers whenever they fade. Such a regimen will give you blooms into the fall. 5. Catnip. Catnip is a type of catmint, but the two are not interchangeable. In fact, they're quite different except that they both belong to the same genus, have similar growing requirements, and have scented leaves. But they're used in different ways in landscaping. Whereas catmint is ornamental, catnip is weedy. But this weedy nature makes it even easier to grow than catmint. Catnip takes more shade than catmint. 6. Creeping thyme. The thyme with which you're most familiar, Thymus vulgaris, is appropriately called garden thyme, since it's a culinary herb. It has scented leaves, but so do the ornamental thymes. Whereas the former has an upright form, the latter are creepers. Creeping thyme is an ideal perennial ground cover in fragrance gardens. When you step on it, aroma is released into the air. It also has attractive flowers. Creeping thyme is easy to grow and thrives in poor soils. Just give it full sun and good drainage. It's susceptible to root rot in soggy soil. It becomes woody as it ages, and when woody stems begin to predominate, growth will decline. Either remove and replace the plants or prune them back to rejuvenate them. 7. Hemlock. Hemlock is a tall, about 70 feet evergreen tree native to North America with scented leaves. Shrub form cultivars can be bought that are useful in hedges. If you want to grow a hedge that not only serves as a privacy screen but also smells great, give hemlock a try. Hemlock is best grown in cool, moist, well-drained ground. Because it has shallow roots, protect it from strong winds. Plant hemlock trees 30 to 40 feet apart. 8. Lantana. Although salt-tolerant lantana undeniably has scented leaves, not everyone enjoys the citrusy scent. Some find it refreshing. Others find it too pungent. There is wider agreement on the beauty of its flowers, which come in an assortment of colors. Lantana grows as a shrub in warm climates, where it's perennial. Northerners treat it as an annual, often growing it in hanging pots during the summer. Its needs vary according to whether you're growing it in the ground in the south or in a pot in the north. Lantana growing in the ground doesn't need much fertilizing once in early spring, but pot-grown lantana should get 20-20-20 fertilizer monthly. Lantana needs 1 inch of water weekly. Never let it dry out completely. The sandier the soil, the more you'll need to water it in hot weather. While lantana can survive a light frost, it dies when temperatures go below 28 degrees Fahrenheit. 9. English lavender. Lavender is widely used in potpourris. This is a plant that has both scented flowers and scented leaves. There are many types. Here we deal specifically with English lavender. Despite its common name, English lavender is a Mediterranean herb, so install it in sandy soil that drains very sharply. A damp soil filled with humus frequently leads to root rot. It likes soil that's poor and dry. Water new plants every other day for their first week to get them established. Thereafter, they're drought tolerant. Excess watering only inhibits their ability to bloom. Water mature plants only before the ground totally dries out, until flower buds form. Then water every few days to ensure a good harvest. 10. Russian sage. Russian sage is a subshrub grown as a perennial. Grow it not only for its panicles of lavender flowers that bloom from summer to fall, but also for its stems and foliage. The plant's silvery stems are graceful, and its feathery, silvery leaves are scented. It reaches 4 to 5 feet high, making quite a statement. Its long bloom period means gardeners will enjoy a pop of color in their yard all throughout the growing season. Drought tolerant, it's useful in xeriscaping. It's a minimal fuss plant. Just give it full sun and good drainage. 11. Sweet woodruff. Sweet woodruff serves as a fragrant ground cover with whorled leaves and star-shaped flowers. Its scented leaves and ability to spread are its leading attributes. The aromatic foliage smells stronger once dried, making it a natural for potpourris. Sweet woodruff is easy to grow, readily adapting to different soil and moisture conditions. One of its few drawbacks is that it's too easy to grow. It spreads so easily that it can be thuggish, so you may have to pull up volunteers occasionally to keep it under control. Alternatively, if you water it sparingly, it won't spread as quickly. 12. Tansy. Tansy has feathery, scented leaves and clusters of button-shaped, yellow flowers. At 2 to 5 feet tall, it's big enough to serve as a tall to medium-sized plant in a border. It was traditionally harvested and dried for use as a strewing herb, mainly for ant control. Ants dislike its smell. Harder to control than sweet woodruff, don't plant tansy in areas where it's considered invasive. Tansy is considered an invasive plant in North America. Even in places where it's not technically invasive, tansy can quickly take over an area, so most of your work will come in the form of restricting tansy's spread. 13. Tricolor sage. You know the culinary herb sage and its scented leaves. Salvia officinalis tricolor is basically an ornamental cultivar of the same plant. Its scented leaves boast 3 colors: white, green, purple. Standing 1 to 1/2 feet tall, it makes a good short border plant. Grow tricolor in full sun and well-drained soil. Mix compost into the ground annually to fertilize. The purple in the variegated foliage depends on full sun. Give it well-drained soil, otherwise it may rot. Drought tolerant once established, don't let the soil dry out when the plant is young. 14. Wormwood. Ornamental wormwoods grown for their scented leaves include Artemisia ludoviciana, silver king, a tall, wispy plant. Its stems and leaves are harvested and dried to make wreaths. By contrast, the even more popular Artemisia schmittiana, silver mound, is short and compact, making it a great edging plant. Silver mound is easy to grow. Just give it full sun and good drainage. It tolerates drought, road salt, and poor soil. 15. Yarrow. Yarrow's aromatic foliage bears a fern-like appearance. The fine texture of the leaves is useful for creating visual contrast with other leafy green plants. But this perennial's grown more for its blooms. The flowers come in flat-topped clusters in many colors, giving gardeners seeking particular color combinations lots of choices. Yarrow is easy to grow and spreads when grown in full sun. Before planting yarrow, consider whether its spreading is acceptable. It must be staked in some cases to avoid having its stems flop over in high winds. Designing a garden that appeals to all the senses is what elevates an ordinary backyard into a true personal retreat. By strategically placing these incredible fragrant leaf plants along your walkways, near your seating areas, or even in containers right by your back door, you create an interactive landscape that gives back every single time you step outside. You don't need expensive artificial sprays or high-maintenance floral setups to achieve an outdoor oasis that smells like a high-end resort. Nature has already provided the perfect solution right inside the structure of these beautiful, hardy leaves. If you're ready to take your garden to the next level and fill your life with these amazing natural scents, make sure to smash that like button right now. Don't forget to hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss any of our weekly design inspirations here on Garden Decor Designs. Drop a comment down below letting us know which of these fragrant leaf plants you are going to add to your yard first, or share your own personal favorite aromatic plant secrets with our amazing gardening community. Thank you so much for watching and happy planting!